short concluding session is Speaker of the House, Representative Jill Krawinski. She was elected Speaker just last year. It seems like it's been a lot longer than that. She's represented her Burlington district in the House since 2012. And as one of those who's been in the center of our state's pandemic response, she has worked tirelessly to keep the legislative process transparent, open, and functioning. And we're so appreciative for all of her work. Please join me in welcoming Speaker Krowinski.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you to everyone participating at this event today, from early childhood educators to parents to social service providers, community agency leaders. It is great to join you for Early Childhood Day. We have made some great strides in creating more access to affordable high quality childcare, but we all know that there is still much work to do. The pandemic has only further highlighted the challenges placed on children and families, providers, and small businesses when there is no childcare available. We have worked incredibly hard to get the federal pandemic response assistance into communities across the state. And we are continuing to work to invest the ARPA funds we received and ensure that we are thoughtful in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to shape the future of Vermont. On behalf of the legislature, we really appreciate the collaborative spirit that allows us to work together in support with our child care and after school care providers to transform from shelters to other housing for our families who are experiencing homelessness, and to keep the food distribution systems working in the communities. We also recognize that historically marginalized populations and families with children have been especially impacted by the pandemic. Everyone's voice is important. And that's one reason why this event is so valuable, to bring your individual and collective voices to the legislative process. Having everyone at the table to help us draft legislation is key to having policies and programs that are effective in communities across the state. I'm glad we are emphasizing the importance of the comprehensive, continuous, and integrated system of services that serves our early childhood communities. I know that the first years of a child's life are critical to their success, and the support we provide together creates better outcomes for children, families, and communities. House committees are hard at work right now on issues that directly impact children and families: housing, workforce development and reach up, school meals and supporting our childcare system, healthcare, and other community-based services. We are especially excited about the Vermont Child Tax Credit we passed earlier this year, which would pay families the equivalent of $100 a month for every child in the household age 6 and under. This tax credit would be another resource to support working family and those caring for children. It would be available to be used for expenses that all parents face when raising small children: food, clothing, diapers, rent, and of course, childcare costs. We can take this holistic approach to supporting families and children in Vermont, and with your help, we can and we will pass legislation that will have ripple effects for generations to come. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your hard work on behalf of Vermont's children and for taking the time to participate in the process. Your voice matters and we are listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Speaker Krawinski. We really appreciate you championing this, and those were inspiring words. You really are hard at work over in the House with everyone, and we see it every day. I'd like to now introduce a short video from Congressman Peter Welch, another champion of early childhood education, as you well know, working hard for us down in DC. His chamber did pass Build Back Better that included childcare and pre-K, and he speaks always very well about the needs and hears all the time from Vermonters on how important 0 to 5 and the well-being of our children is. So without further ado, the video from Congressman Peter Welch.
Congratulations and thank you to everyone participating at the Legislature in Early Childhood Day. We have big goals. They're outlined in H171, and we need continued advocacy to make achieving those goals a reality. You know, we've seen, especially through COVID, how absolutely essential it is that we have quality childcare, that we have universal pre-K, And we'll never have that unless we have really well-paid and well-trained childcare workers. And let's remember, those childcare workers are the workforce behind the workforce. So the work we've done here in Washington, we've got to keep doing in partnership with you. But our country is lagging way behind on recognizing the absolute importance of early childhood education, secure childcare, and the kids need it and the parents need it. So thank you so much for the progress you've made, and I pledge to be your partner here in Washington, doing everything I can to help you be successful back in Vermont.
Thank you, Congressman Welch, for those comments. So thank you once again to our sponsors and to all of you for your participation. That's a wrap for today. Look for the post-event evaluation that will come to you by email later. And actually, I forgot, we have one more thing to do. I'm jumping ahead of things, off script. We have to hear from the governor, and that's, I'm getting a signal from the control room. We have one more thing to do. Allie, that's probably why you're popped up. So who's introducing the governor, Taylor? Beth. Beth is introducing the governor. See, now we're having technical issues here. Isn't that funny? We resolved them in the lunch area, and now we're having them here. But Beth is going to jump in and introduce Governor Scott, who also has a video for us to watch. Thanks, Beth. Take it away.
All right, well, good thing I'm right here ready, introducing the governor, who's been an incredible champion for early childhood, and would love to hear his comments.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today and thank Let's Grow Kids, the Vermont Early Childhood Advocacy Alliance, and Building Bright Futures for putting it together. As we work to give our kids the best possible foundation, the chance to collaborate with all of you on how best to do that is so important. I know this has been a difficult 2 years, especially for kids and those who work to keep them healthy and safe. Please know that while we have a lot of work to do to help our kids recover from the impacts of COVID, your commitment has made a big difference. We've seen the data, and we know kids are struggling. So it's going to take all of us pulling in the same direction to help get them back on track. To me, the path forward is clear. We need to focus heavily on investing in our kids, both in school and out. This is why my budget includes investments in pre-K through 12, summer and after-school programs, CTE, and post-secondary education. Because we need to expand and strengthen the system we have, so we're providing support from cradle to career. This includes $12 million more to our Child Care Financial Assistance Program to assist families who need child care. And like just about every other sector, I know child care providers are struggling to find employees. So I've also proposed a $1,000 income tax credit for child care workers, not only to help make Vermont more affordable, but to add another tool to the toolbox as we try to grow our child care workforce. While we work together to make critical improvements to our system, my team is also working hard to help address the immediate needs of our providers. Right now, DCF is moving ahead to get $29 million in federal assistance out the door to help providers impacted by the pandemic. This will help them invest in things like infant and toddler care, salaries and bonuses, building up capacity, and more. As well, we're taking some of the burden off families by expanding food and nutrition benefits outside the classroom. All of this is on top of your great work to find better ways to help our most vulnerable families. As we look to the future, each and every one of you will serve as an important voice in the conversation to solve these challenges for our kids. Again, I appreciate all you do for the greater good and look forward to what's ahead. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, Governor Scott, for your comments. And now we're ready to call it a wrap. So thanks once again to all of our sponsors and to you all for your participation. We're running a little over time, so we want to wrap up quickly. You will be getting an evaluation later today by email, so please look for that. Feel free to be in touch directly with any of us with your stories, feedback, and comments. And we look forward to seeing many of you in person, fingers crossed, in person next year for ECDL on March 15th, 2023. So thanks again, everyone. Thanks so much for your participation and have a great day. We'll see you soon. Thanks.